The air turns to ash before the fire even burns. 3 winters of frost have bled the land dry. Now, the twilight wakes. Shields, standing silent on the shattered fields. 100,000 breaths in frozen air, eyes locked ahead in grim despair. Then thunder breaks the belly of the cloud. The horn of Jalor, screaming long and loud. Blood beneath the northern sky, the glaciers weep where warriors die. The pale snow turns to crimson flood, the twilight dawns in torrents of blood. Hold the line though the heavens fall. Ragnarok answers, the ravens call. Steel bites skin and the ground gives way. No gods descend to save the day. An ocean of red on a plain of white, drowning the frost in the fading light. Axes splinter against giant bone. We fight for a world that is not our own. Scarthy bleeds, the earth consumes. Iron teeth and winter tombs. Scarthy bleeds, the sky turns red. Pave the snow with the fallen dead. Blood beneath the northern sky, the glaciers weep where warriors die. The pale snow turns to crimson flood, the twilight dawns in torrents of blood. Hold the line though the heavens fall. Ragnarok answers, the ravens call. Life runs cold and fast, soaking the roots of the world at last. No song of triumph, no breath of peace, only the carnage that will not cease. The sky tears open, the dark descends. Blood beneath the northern sky, the glaciers weep where warriors die. The pale snow turns to crimson flood, the twilight dawns in torrents of blood. Hold the line though the heavens fall. Ragnarok answers, the ravens call. The frost is gone, replaced by red. The battle ends. The world is emerges from the jagged deep. The realm of men stands on the edge of twilight, where even gods once feared to sleep. We form the wall with splintered shields and bone. No step retreats into the dying sun. If this world falls, it will not fall alone. Before the final threads of fate are spun, hear the thunder in our veins. Through the fire, through the chains, break the night with blood and iron. Hold the line where shadows fall. Though our brethren bleed in embers, we will answer duty's call. By our sacrifice and courage, when the ashes clear the plain, let the 9 realms hear the anthem. Midgard stands again. My brother falls, a broken spear in hand. He smiles through crimson teeth and gives his blade. Protect the hearth, he whispers to the land, as sunlight touches where his spirit laid. We press the charge into the towering storm, 10,000 voices roaring as a single heart. Outnumbered, bleeding, yet our spirits burn, tearing the monsters, crushing jaws apart. Stand and bleed, never yield. On a board upon this field, raise the shield, strike the blow, drag the darkness down below. The high peaks tremble underneath our feet. The roots of Yggdrasil weep tears of red, yet not a single warrior accepts defeat. We bleed for those unborn and for the honored dead. A blinding dawn, the dark begins to break. The shadow shatters in the rising golden light. We gave our lives for every breath men take, and won the realm back from eternal night. Break the night with blood and iron. Hold the line where shadows fall. Though our brethren bleed in embers, we will answer duty's call. By our sacrifice and courage, when the ashes clear the plain, let the 9 realms hear the anthem. Midgard stands again. The wind grows soft, the sky turns gold. The fallen lie at peace among the grain. Their names in silver sagas rendered bold through holy sacrifice and endless pain. Midgard stands again. Midgard stands again. One final barrier of blackened granite. Beyond it, the heart of the enemy. Today, the stone bleeds. tread the iron, tighten the grip. The battering oak creaks under the strain. A deluge of ash from the parapet's lip, as iron-tipped thunder descends like the rain. 10,000 shields form a roof against fire. We push through the mud to the foot of the crown. No retreating path through this alley of fire. The last line of defense must come tearing down. Let us bite into the moss-covered face. Screams echoing high in the smoke-blinded air. Every inch gained is a deadly embrace. We fight for the breach with a ravenous stare. Break the mortar, crack the stone. Claim the wall of ash and bone. Through the boiling pitch and steel, make the final bastion kneel. Every hammer strike a vow. No surrender here and now. Spills over the ledge. Brothers fall backward into the abyss, yet others press forward to widen the wedge, where blade meets the mail with a venomous hiss. The rampart is slick, but our boots hold the line, shattering spears on the defender's shield. We carry the momentum of fate's design. This final redoubt is forbidden to yield. Splinter the grey, tear it away. Take to the sky, over the rampart we conquer or die. A fissure appears in the high masonry. Dust explodes outward, the foundation groans. The heavy oak gate bends down to its knee. A chorus of iron, a mountain of stone. The choir swells. The rams strike as one. Break the mortar, crack the stone. Claim the wall of ash and bone. Through the boiling pitch and steel, make the final bastion kneel. Every hammer strike a vow. No surrender here and now. Into dust and decay. The gate lies in splinters, the courtyard revealed. The shadow of timber is swept all away. The final wall broken, the dark stronghold sealed. The wall is no more. Forward into the keep. And bone, by iron and red. No step back till the earth is fed. By wolf and bear, by storm and blade, we seal the vow our ancestors made. The drums beat fast, the cold wind screams. Fire burns through our waking dreams. Bite the shield edge, taste the rust. Crown of gold or a bed. shrinks down to a crimson haze, a lifetime burning in a single blaze. No armor needed, no flesh to save. We dance on the ridge of an open grave. Feel the bear spirit clawing the spine. The blood in my veins is no longer mine. We take the oath under thunderous skies. We fight till the light in our cold eyes dies. No retreat through the hail and red mud. Every inch paid in a river of blood. Claim the field or claim the hall. Standing tall until we fall. Spears break off in my bleeding chest. Pain is a ghost that I put to rest. Axes shatter on bone and skin, the wild breath rising from deep within. Strike us down, we will strike back twice. Fight, fight, slay the living, pay the price. Victory of Valhalla, victory of Valhalla. Iron in hand, blood on the snow, where the fallen warriors go. Fight, fight. The line is broken, the shadows grow long. Our voices merge in a screaming song. One last surge through the splintered shield. Leave our souls on the battlefield. If the thread cuts now, let the Valkyries come to the rhythm of the iron drum. We take the oath under thunderous skies. We fight till the light in our cold eyes dies. No retreat through the hail and red mud. Every inch paid in a river of blood. Claim the field or claim the hall. Standing tall until we fall. Falls on the crimson frost. Hey. Nothing surrendered, nothing lost. The breath is spent, the oath fulfilled. The rage grows still. The rage grows still. shattered shields. 1,000 blades against 100 men. No ships wait at the shore to take us home. We stand where many will not tread again. The coward prays to see tomorrow's sun, and trades his soul to keep his beating heart. But we were born to look into the storm and play a bolder, braver part. Let the iron bite, let the banners burn from this frozen soil. There is no return. True honor is not measured by the breath we keep, not by the years we walk beneath the sky. It lives within the fire that we bleed, in how we stand, in how we choose to die. Break the spear and hold the bloody line. Let the saga shout our burning name. When the breath is gone and cold ashes fall, only courage keeps the sacred flame. My brother falls, a smile upon his face, his axe still red, his posture unbowed. He gave no ground, he took no backward step before he met the shadows in the crowd. The ground grows slick with sacrifice and ice, yet not a single warrior turns to run. We build a wall of flesh and iron will beneath the dark and dying sun. Skull, no fear, no retreat. Iron heart, never yield. Stand as one on this field, honor carved upon the shield. They think they win because our numbers fade. They think the victor is the one left standing tall. But glory isn't earned by walking away. It is found in standing firm through it The sun sets on our realm today, but what we carve in blood tonight shall echo until the end of days. And frozen breath against the gathering gloom. 10,000 shields unbroken in the shadow of our doom. The winter storm brings twilight wolves, the black sky starts to crack. Yet not a single warrior steps a single footstep back. Let the horn of battle cry, let the ravens circle high. We are the Iron Wall, we answer duty's call. For the eternal glory, before the great dark fall, we stand as one, we never bow, we give our lives our all. Though Ragnarok shall burn the world and drown the sun in flame, 1,000 future ages will remember every name. Immortal shines the Legion, unbroken through the night. The vanguard meets the horde of frost, steel rings on shattered bone. No man among us fights today for gold or silver throne. We bleed to leave a spark of fire within the hearts of men. So when the final darkness comes, courage will rise again. Ha, ha, stand and fight, Kama Saga in the light. Ha, ha, steel and bone, we will never bleed red, the thunder shakes the ground. Yet in the dying of the light, a sacred strength is found. They look upon our final stand and learn what men can bear, to march straight into destiny and conquer all despair. Sing of the Legion, wild and free. Sing of their endless victory. Unbroken through the night. And so they fell, as giants fall. Yet in their death, they conquered time itself. Remember the Legion, until the stars collapse. Eternal glory. bleeds into the clay. Two stubborn walls bound fast together, refusing night, refusing day. No horn signals a surrender, no herald turns his horse to flee. In the crucible of ember, iron dictates destiny. Shields collapse and reform locked tight. Sparks shoot wild into the night. Neither champion yields an inch of earth. In death we measure what a man is worth. Ring the steel, ignite the dark. Every strike a blinding spark. Where neither side will break or bend, the iron clashes without end. Through the smoke and burning plain, only embers and the scars remain. Listen as the mountain rings with the anthem that the war god sings. Raven wings above the smoke line soar through pillars of bright red fire. Blood meets blade on the ridge of pine, fueling the relentless fire. Brothers fall, but the line steps forward, filling the gap where the dead men lay. Looking neither back nor toward any promise of a better day. Hold the line, burn the ground, no retreat, no backward bound. Iron speaks, flame replies, underneath the blackened skies. Ring the steel, ignite the dark. Every strike, a blinding spark. Where neither side will break or bend, the iron clashes without end. Through the smoke and burning plain, only embers and the scars remain. Listen as the mountain rings with the anthem that the war god sings. Cold, steel, hot blood, sunken boots in crimson mud. We stand, they stand. Ashes take the dying land. The sky has turned a furious gold, 1,000 tales of valor told, yet no banner falls, no knees touch ground. In this eternal thunderous sound we are bound to this bloody dance, driven by fate or driven by chance. The stars emerge through smoke above, far from honor, far from love. Still the hammer strikes the blade where eternal pacts were made. Echoes of iron and flame. And flame. They offered us the open sea. They offered us a quiet dusk. We burned our own longships and locked our shields. ridge. 1,000 spears encircling the crown. The herald calls across the frozen bridge. Lay down your steel before the sun goes down. We look behind, the timber turns to ash. No wooden hull will carry us away. In biting cold, beneath the lightning flash, we choose the ridge where only dead men stay. Let cowards count their remaining years. Let kings bargain for a hollow crown. We hold this earth with splintered spears and drag the sky in thunder down. We are the legion without surrender, standing tall in the crimson frost. No white flag to the dark we render, no retreat for the brave and lost. Though the raven counts the dying and the shield boss splits in two, we fight until the silence finds us, with our cold eyes fixed on you. The first wave crashes like a broken tide, a wall of iron hitting oak and stone. Where 10 men stumble, 9 still fight inside, walking the ridge of flesh and shattered bone. They blow the retreat horn, begging us to yield. We answer back with iron in their throat. For every brother fallen on this field, 100 bodies fill the bloody moat. Skull, no step back. Skull, no green fields. Skull, blood on grave. Skull, never yield. Circle shrinks into a final few. Shadows grow longer than the ruined hill. Our frozen fingers locked on steel anew. Lungs full of ice, yet every heart is still. The last man standing takes a ragged breath, glares through the gale at the darkening sky. No plea for mercy at the feet of death, just one final blow before the embers die. We are the legion without surrender, standing tall in the crimson frost. No white flag to the dark we render, no retreat for the brave and lost. Though the raven counts the dying and the shield boss splits in two, we fight until the silence finds us, with our cold eyes fixed on you. Fresh snow falls white over the red. Not one step taken backward, not one weapon laid down. We hold this ground forever. Forever. dark unknown. An ocean built of steel and burning ice, and frozen at the edge of Odin's throne. The frost giants march with steps of grinding stone, while kings of men lock shields with demigods. No war was ever fought like this before. We stand as one against impossible odds. Hear the horns of judgment blow, cracking mountains, melting snow. There is no home to conquer, no land left to defend, only the storm at the world's end. Where the horizon bleeds to black, there is no path, no turning back. Steel meets shadow, fire meets frost. Where every soul is crowned or lost, raise your spears into the blackened sun. The final war has just begun. The ground collapses underneath our tread as red tides clash against a wall of oak. The ravens circle above 1 billion dead, and gods fall bleeding through the iron smoke. 1,000 years of hatred released in a single strike. No mercy given, no sanctuary found. The sky bleeds embers on the endless plain, while cosmic thunder shakes the burning ground. Shatter the sky, break the abyss. We face the dark with open fists. Valhalla screams, the heavens rend. We fight, we die at the world's end. The serpent rises from the boiling deep. The wolf tears open the burning dome of night. Yet mortals stand where ancient angels weep, and carve their names into the blinding light. If this is where creation falls to rust, we burn so bright, we blind the turning dust. Where the horizon bleeds to black, there is no path, no turning back. Steel meets shadow, fire meets frost. Where every soul is crowned or lost, raise your spears into the blackened sun. The final war has just begun. Look across the plain. Every kingdom that ever was ends here. Stand firm. Let the void remember our rage. The thunder dies. The ash settles cold. Only silence remains. Where the iron legends roar. Hey. By the All-Father's eye, by the ash and the vein, bind the storm to the iron, bind the sky to the slain. Runaristum, blow the lita. hands lingering thick as frankincense. 9 elder glyphs carved in ashwood and steel, awakening forces no mortal can heal. The high priest dips finger in sanctified red, anointing the blades with the strength of the dead. A low hum of power begins in the blade, the deadliest tools that the hammer has made. Feel the iron awaken, it hungers to strike. No oak of the enemy stands against light. The thunder is trapped, the covenant sealed. Now carry God's hunger across the red field. Axes of divine wrath, splitting through the bone. Forged in the altar fire, carved in sacred stone. Every arc a lightning flash, every swing a prayer. Cleaving through the shield wall, carving through the air. Break the line, tear the sky, let the doomed empire die. Axes of divine wrath. The vanguard approaches a forest of spears. Their ranks turn to water, their brave turn to fears. For the edge of our weapons glows spectral and bright, a terrible blue in the pale morning light. Through iron breastplates like water through sand, no armor can bite what was blessed by his hand. A momentum unchecked, an unstoppable tide, with the fury of gods marching close by your side. Smite the iron, breach the wall. Under-roding shadow fall. Back at home, sing the final refrain, while we carve out a road through a valley of slain. Not a warrior among us feels sorrow or pain, just the weight of the timber, the bite of the rain. It is not human strength that is swinging these arms, it's the spirit of thunder, the spell of 9 charms. Axes of divine wrath, splitting through the bone. Forged in the altar fire, carved in sacred stone. Every arc a lightning flash, every swing a prayer. Cleaving through the shield wall, carving through the air. Break the line, tear the sky, let the doomed empire die. Axes of divine wrath. The field goes quiet, the blue flame cools on the bloody edge. Steel slumbers once more, until the gods call again. Across the frozen pale, their iron ranks stand dark and silent. The Emperor's finest, the unyielding core. They think themselves a mountain. We are the Avalanche. A wall of blackened steel, 5,000 disciplined blades that never learn to kneel. The air is thick with iron scent, the crows foretell the dawn. They stand in perfect order, but their shadow will be gone. Breathe the frost into your chest, tighten grip on ash and oak. Raise the boarhead to the sky, shatter what they never broke. Break the Black Legion, hammer through the core. Where their armor thickens, drive the iron of war. One ruthless wedge, one thunderous stride, splitting their sun in a crimson tide. No retreat, no line remains. Snap their spine on the trampled plains. We hit their line like falling stars. The impact shakes the mud. The lock shields buckle inward under tides of Nordland blood. An elite guard forged in southern gold meets northern wolf and axe. Where black steel meets our iron weight, the dark formation cracks. Forward dash the shield, drive the spear, make them yield. Through the heart, through the crown, tear the black sun down. A single surge of fury, their captain falls beneath the tread. The unbroken vanguard turns to dread. Break the Black Legion, hammer through the core. Where their armor thickens, drive the iron of war. One ruthless wedge, one thunderous stride, splitting their sun in a crimson tide. No retreat, no line remains. Snap their spine on the trampled plains. The black flags lie in the blood-soaked frost. The elite are dust, the line is lost. Standing tall in the shattered ring, we broke the legion of the king. Night gives up its hold upon the ridge. 10,000 hands grip cold ash and iron, waiting for the single ember in the sky. Frost coats the timber and the hardened leather. A sea of shadows kneeling on the slope. We bled in darkness through the winter weather. Now silence breathes a crimson shred of hope. The fall bleeds gray across the frozen meadow. No war horn sounds, no drumbeat breaks the calm. We wait in stillness for the fading shadow to lift the darkness with a sunlit psalm. Look to the east, a single golden thread It cuts the gloom above the sleeping dead. The light strikes iron, catching every blade. The answer to a promise we have made. 10,000 shafts rise up to meet the sun. A forest made of steel before the day. The final march has finally begun to drive the shadows from the earth away. In golden fire, the sleeping giants wake, the valley trembling as the foundations shake, lifting high the spears of the last dawn. A flash of silver runs along the line, one unified breath, then thousands turn as one. No turning back behind this grand design. We charge into the rising of the sun. The earth groans deep beneath the heavy leather, an avalanche of iron, wood and bone. We strike as storm clouds gathering together to claim the dawn and seat it on the throne. The sun ignites the hill, the silence turns to thunder. Break their desperate will, tear their realm asunder. Rise with the light, break through the night. Iron and bone, claim what we own. 10,000 shafts rise up to meet the sun. A forest made of steel before the day. The final march has finally begun to drive the shadows from the earth away. In golden fire, the sleeping giants wake, the valley trembling as the foundations shake, lifting high the spears of the last dawn. Shields splinter where the morning rays descend. Red runs warm against the icy stone. Every winter finds its brutal end when light and iron claim the daylight hours alone. We do not yield, we drive the metal deep. This is the harvest that the sun will reap. Hail the morning, break the endless night. Victory born within the blinding light. The sun burns bright upon the quiet field. Spears planted high, the long dark yields. Night is broken, the dawn is won. The fog holds its breath upon the frozen ridge. 10,000 shields locked into one unbroken wall. No more retreating, no more quiet deaths. When the signal burns, tear the world apart. The silence stretches thin, drowning out our hope. We're gods and mortal men, prepare to fight and die. Feel the ancient mountain tremor, feel the air begin to bleed. Draw the breath of sacred fire, unleash the monster that we feed. Rise, tear the quiet from the sky. One breath, one soul, one final war cry. Let heaven crack and mountain roots break free. We ride the sound into our destiny. Roar till the thunder bows its head, till earth remembers all our dead. Shield and blood, strike the mud, shake the sky. This is the final war cry. The clouds tear open, lightning strikes the stone. 10,000 lungs ignite into a blinding surge. The enemy falters, frozen to the bone, as heaven recoils from our roar and urge. Hear the mountain fall, hear the ancient call, to the gates of iron, to the end of all. One breath left in the lungs of man, one roar to split the world in two. Draw it in, draw it in, draw it in. Unleash the storm. Charge! Rise, tear the quiet from the sky. One breath, one soul, one final war cry. Let heaven crack and mountain roots break free. We ride the sound into our destiny. Roar till the thunder bows its head, till earth remembers all our dead. Shattered, the land is ours. Frost has turned to iron on our shields. An ash-gray dawn breaks over frozen clay. We stand where thousands fell in ancient fields, and watch the raven herald in the day. The threads were spun before our breath was born. No tear is shed for what the steel must take. The thread may snap, the tapestry be torn, but not a single heart in line will shake. The horn exhales a heavy brassy sigh. The The shadows stretch across the icy mire. We do not pray for light beneath this sky. We burn our doubts upon a silent pyre. No fear before death, no shadow in the eyes. Let the iron pierce the breast beneath the frozen skies. We bow to no shadow, we run from no blade. For glory is carved in the promises made. When the final breath leaves us and cold shadows fall, we leap to the fire. We answer the call. The shield wall groans beneath the sudden shock. Axes strike thunder from the splintered oak. A crimson river washes through the rock. As steel meets flesh beneath the bitter smoke, I see my brother smiling through the red. His spear is broken, yet his posture stands. No weapon drops from weary dying hands. He greets the dark with thunder in his tread. I'll strike, I'll stand, untamed blood upon the sand. No retreat, no regret, sun in iron, black and wet. The Norns have measured out the thread. Why fear the cut when the weave is grand? A coward dies 1,000 quiet deaths in the dark. The warrior dies but once, clad in gold and flame. The spirit raised in silver halls, the fearless praised. 10,000 boots strike the frozen mud as one. We do not turn back, for what is flesh against eternity? body of iron in the morning grey, moving in silence through the ash and clay. No shield is raised to hide a tremble now. An oath of blood is etched on every brow. The frost settles cold on the woven mail. We press ahead into the iron hail. The earth beneath us groans in fear. The final horizon is drawing near. Ravens gather in the frozen sky. They know today 10,000 die. We march into the open grave, where crimson soil receives the brave. Fall today, endure forever. An iron bond no blade can sever. The high hall waits beyond the smoke. We bow to no god, we break no yoke. Let the horn of judgment blow into the fires. Of fame we go. Lock the shields till the ashwood groans. A moving fortress built of flesh and bones. No man steps back, no line shall yield. We claim our immortality upon this field. Spear points glitter like 1,000 stars. Our only ledger is our battle scars. Step in line! Blood and wine! Glory shines! Death divine! We march into the open grave, where crimson soil receives the brave. Fall today, endure forever. An iron bond no blade can sever. The high hall waits beyond the smoke. We bow to no god, we break no yoke. Let the horn of judgment blow into the fires. Of fame we go. Let the spears break through the chest. The fallen warrior finds his rest. Not with tears, but battle cries. The mortal falls. The legend flies. Valhalla calls. The gates swing wide. A sea of heroes. iron-shattered golden day. Cold water laps against the stone, 1,000 brothers left alone. No single shield remains unbroken, no oath surrendered, left unspoken. They stood like oaks against the gale, where armor failed and strength turned pale. The current drinks the crimson stain, absorbing all their grief and pain. Side by side they met the blade, in darkness where the shadows fade. Listen close, the water swells, where every dying whisper dwells. The shallow stream turns deep and wide, swept upward by a sacred tide. Oh, river carved in crimson red, you cradle all the glorious dead. Their flesh may sink beneath the foam, their spirits march toward their home. Though centuries may turn to dust, their sacrifice remains our trust. Flow on, flow deep, flow bright and wide, the river where the legends rise. They did not fall to be forgotten, where the water turns red, memory becomes iron, and sacrifice eternal. No grave of earth could hold this host, no silence claim a single ghost. The current weaves their final cry and paints their names across the sky. Together in the dark they bled, together with the stars they tread. Hey Yaro, hey Yaro, carried by the current tide, underneath the broken sky. Names unwritten, songs untold, poured in iron, carved in gold. Oh, river carved in crimson red, you cradle all the glorious dead. Their flesh may sink beneath the foam, their spirits march toward their home. Though centuries may turn to dust, their sacrifice remains our trust. Flow on, flow deep, flow bright and wide, the river where the legends ride. Flow away into the mist, by honor claimed, by glory kissed. The river knows, the legend grows. Forever brave, forever one. The sky bleeds gray. Our brothers sleep beneath the ash and mud. Yet we who draw breath must finish the song. Shattered, banners torn and pale, 100 fell where 20 stand. Blood runs thick into the poisoned land. We mend our grips with strips of leather, bound to face the dark together. Listen close, the silence breaks. The earth beneath the rising shadow shakes. No white flag, no turning home. We carve our names in blood and bone. Rising from the ashes after the storm, where the dead grow cold and the iron stays warm. One last shield wall, one final breath. We match our steps with the stride of death. Let the gray skies burn, let the thunder roar. We bleed today, but we bow no more. Through the choking veil, the shadows tread, a crimson tide upon a field of dead. Their war horns scream across the shattered hill, yet every pulse within our veins stands still. No fear remains, the cup is drained, only the edge of the blade unstained. Stand, strike, blood on the soil, iron in the sun, until the night is won. Rising from the ashes after the storm, where the dead grow cold and the iron stays warm. One last shield wall, one final breath. We match our steps with the stride of death. Let the gray skies burn, let the thunder roar. We bleed today, but we bow no more. They march upon our broken line. Their spears are many, but this fate is mine. Draw the steel, hold the ground, listen to the battle sound. The hall awaits beyond the fire. Raise the shield and stoke the pyre. Through smoke and ash, through red and gore, we charge into the endless war. The smoke clears slowly. Footsteps forward into the blinding light. Ashes after the storm. We do not yield. We endure. We endure. Look to the sky. Two black shadows break the ash of the world. Thought and memory have taken flight. winter bleeds the sun. Two pairs of ragged raven wings unspool as one. They fly past shattered longships, past hearts turned cold and grey, to search the fallen battlefields for those who lived the day. A whisper in the tempest, a shadow on the snow. They carry words of silver from the hall where fires glow. To every wounded shield man, to every broken line, the ravens screech the summons of the sovereign divine. Hear the beating of the shadow wings. The All-Father calls to his iron kings. Leave the dead behind, take up the spear. The final dawn is drawing near. Through the storm and blood, we answer the call to march as one to Valhalla's wall. Hugin flies, Munin screams, awake the world from its dying dreams. From mountain high to salt-stained shore, the weary warriors stand. They lean on notched and rusted swords with dirt upon their hand. No fear remains within their eyes, no sorrow left to weep, for Odin's eyes have found them in the darkness of the deep. The sky turns black with feathers, a canopy of night. 1,000 birds of omen leading mortals to the fight. Gungnir strikes the thunder, the world begins to shake. Let every soul still breathing now arise. Awake, iron and bone, blood on the stone. We answer the horn, in glory reborn. Odin, Odin, hear us arise. We meet our fate beneath your sky. Hear the beating of the shadow wings. The All-Father calls to his iron kings. Leave the dead behind, take up the spear. The final dawn is drawing near. Through the storm and blood, we answer the call to march as one to Valhalla's wall. The winds howl low, the black wings circle the sun. The call is answered. The last march has begun. Listen, beyond the frost, the stone is waking. divine. The iron peak stands silent in the gray. A low vibration shakes the frozen pine as shadows lengthen on our final day. Then breaks the air a sudden mournful blast, a bronze resonance that rends the sky. The quiet years are buried in the past. The ancient slopes return a thunderous cry. Leather tightens on the ashwood shield. Raven feathers tremble in the cold. No harvest left upon a quiet field. Only the promise that the gods foretold. Blow the war horns, let the echoes ride across the frost, across the endless divide. The final campaign calls us to the flame, where snow turns red and history carves our name. Hear the mountains bellow through the mist, a destiny no mortal can resist. 10,000 boots crush down the brittle ice, a crawling serpent made of steel and bone. We ask no pity, seek no compromise. Our footsteps press into the dark unknown. Another horn ignites the ridge above, a deeper note that shakes the avalanche. We leave behind the hearth fire and our love, to stand as storm winds on the iron branch. Gather hot, the signal sounds, iron bound unto the ground. Gather hot, the ridge awakes, the mountain trembles, the sky breaks. Blow the war horns, let the echoes ride across the frost, across the endless divide. The final campaign calls us to the flame, where snow turns red and history carves our name. Hear the mountains bellow through the mist, a destiny no mortal can resist. The path grows narrow, but our hearts grow vast. Each trumpet blast a bridge across the night. We do not fear the storm, we are the blast. We are the iron, waking in the light. Etna, Etna, the horns divide the sky, to live in story or in snow to die. Fades into a solitary hum. The white dust falls upon the valley floor. The horns have spoken. The march has come. Destiny calls. March on. Charge on.